Hello guys, a very good afternoon to everyone. I hope everyone is keeping themselves nice and safe, keeping nice and warm and taking care of themselves. Last night I went on one a little bit and I was talking about COVID and things like that. So today I want to talk to you about the good stuff, what we're doing in the community, me and my missus Sam, and also a little bit about Charles Salvador, also known as Charles Bronson. So me and Charlie go way back. I first met Charlie going back in the early 90s in Wandsworth prison, and then later on in life in other prisons, especially in segregation units. We stayed in contact, and I used to like give him a shout, and we used to talk through the bars if I was in the next cell to him, or we used to talk out the windows and we used to have a laugh. So yeah, I still write to Charlie and he still writes to me, and I'm in close contact with Charlie, and he's doing amazing things for charity too. He does all his artwork, and every penny of his artwork goes towards a charity, a homeless charity, and homeless for a charity for veterans and bits like that. But I did mention to you the other day about some merchandise from a guy called Arthur. He's an ex-prisoner, and he's connected to Rod Harrison, Ivor Beatty, and them lads. So yeah, he's a wicked artist. His artwork is on a different level, and he's put quite a few of us into his magazine, which I showed you recently. But yeah, this is the calendars which are going out. These are 2021. But I'm sure I'm able to get the 2022 calendars. So if anyone wants a 22 calendar, send me a PM, and I can contact Ivor. He's the guy in charge with all the merchandise, and we can get this sorted out for you very quickly. I'll spin the camera around and I'll show you. Say that again, Sam?
Yeah, date, address, be careful with the envelope.
Okay, right, then keep your address out. My missus has kindly cleared this table for me. But I mean, this is the calendar, this is 2021's. And all the proceeds of this calendar goes to Doorway charity working for the homeless. Inside it, there's some amazing pictures. And there's a little saying on the bottom of them. I'll take you through each one if I can, without... Look at the artwork, man, it's amazing, isn't it? So yeah, it's a really good calendar. You can either put it away and use it as memorabilia, or you can put it on your wall and use the months as a calendar. It's very bright, very cheerful, a lot of detail in it, a lot of love gone into it, and mostly of all the proceeds go towards this charity which we're talking about. Yep, nearly there. November and December. So this calendar is quite a good calendar. You stick it on the wall like that, open the pages up, it's a good calendar. Right, what else I want to talk to you about is the charity which me and my missus are doing. We go out on a we go out on a weekly basis. We have been doing it for over a year now, and we go out and feed the homeless and give them soups and hot tea and coffee and sleeping bags. We have a chat with them. I can relate to them because I've been homeless. I've also been on drugs. So it's, you know, a lot of these guys, this is what they actually need, like someone to have a chat to and offload their problems on, or, you know, get something off of their chest. But, I mean, we was put into the newspaper recently. This is the a local newspaper, the Gazette, and it's a really good write-up. So I'll read it for you guys. It says, a Rustington man who was once homeless, which is me, has started a soup run for people living in the streets in West Sussex. Having set up the project from home using their own resources, Joey Barnett began distributing hot soup, bread, tea, coffee, homemade cakes in different towns each Friday. His effort touched people's hearts, and Joey has now launched a GoFundMe page so him and his wife Sam can do more for the homeless community. He said, I started this on my own and didn't think it would catch so many people's hearts. I feel it's time for me to give something back to the community and help those that need the help. I've actually been homeless myself. Now this is what I told the newspaper. I've actually been homeless myself, so I have a good experience to know how to approach the homeless and have a good chat with them. We hear heartbreaking stories. We are looking into opening a soup kitchen in the near future. The COVID is slowing things down, but we still walk the streets night and find these guys. The weather is changing and we will be handing out blankets too. Joe is a peer mentor counsellor, helping people with different addictions. And with the current rate of homelessness at a national high, he wanted to help as many people on the streets as possible. He said all the donations will be put towards the cost of supplying all these items. We go out on Fridays at the moment. We choose different areas each time. The satisfaction I get from feeding the homeless is priceless. I have big plans for the future. Things like opening a soup kitchen, using a hall or maybe a shop. I have a friend that is prepared to give advice to help the homeless. This is what I enjoy doing, helping those that need my help. We walk down many dark, cold back streets to find the homeless. I have lots of experience of homeless people, of being homeless, and how to approach homeless and have a chat with them. I have a very good judge of character, and I can calm situations down with my words of wisdom. I speak to many homeless people and I ask how they ended up homeless. The thanks we get from this is out of this world. Some of the stories are heartbreaking. Here's an example. One guy was chatting to us and said just 6 months earlier he had a 3-bedroom house with his partner and 2 kids. He had a job and all the nice things in life, but addiction got the better of him and he hit hard times. Lost his job, his missus kicked him out, depression set in, he ended up living in a shop doorway with nothing. For more information, update to make a donation, please visit uk.gofundme.com/f/Joe_Sam's_soup kitchen for the homeless. Little bit of the that's just a little bit of good work what we're doing, and we're still doing it now. I haven't been filming as much on our trips visiting the homeless because of COVID restrictions. Pouring out hot tea and coffee while Sam's like giving out sandwiches and sleeping bags is pretty hard work, especially with the COVID restrictions. You're not allowed to touch anyone and things like that, so it's very hard. But on the next time we go out, which will be this coming Friday, I'm going to take someone with me, or bring someone with me, a cameraman, and we'll get some good footage, and I'll be uploading this onto my channel soon, guys. But yeah, I mean, Charlie Bronson does amazing things in the community, and he still does it today. How I feel about Charlie still being in jail is upset, because he's the type of man. He looks really hard on the outside, and he is hard. He is a very hard man, not made bones about that. But inside, he's very emotional, and he wears his heart on his sleeve. So when you get to know him, and you like study the way he goes on, it's very, very upsetting seeing him in that way. And he's always down to different segregation units. He's not allowed to walk to the hot plate like a normal inmate down the seg to get his food. He's like on a 4 or 5 man unlock, and they're all muffed up, securityed up, and all armoured up, and they've got to walk into the surgery. The conditions might have loosened a little bit now because he's in Wood Hill and they cater for Cat A prisoners. But yeah, I mean, Charlie never murdered anyone. He's never raped anyone. You know, he done something very stupid when he was younger, and he robbed a jewellery shop, and I think it was only for one single ring, so that he could get engaged to his girlfriend. You know, he went away on that. Something happened inside. You know, he was only young himself, so like me, I used to mess about in the system, and I could have quite easily got another sentence for how I carried on in jail. But for some reason, Charlie went just that little bit extra and took the first hostage, and that's when he got his life sentence. But nevertheless, that was many, many years ago. You're talking 25 years ago. He should have well and truly been out by now. And actually, they've let like more prolific murderers, and also the people what you know I hate the most out of everyone who goes into jail and goes onto Rule 43. They let them out a lot quicker than they treat them a lot better than what they treat Charlie. Believe me. So you know, what do you guys think about poor Charlie still being in there all these years later? You know, he's reformed. He's a different man. He's not half the man he used to be, but he's a little bit wiser. He's quietened down. He just wants a happy life, and he just wants to spend the rest of his days free. And you know, he's still a Category A. He's still in a Category A prison. I think there speaks about sending him to a unit, which is Whitemore, HMP Whitemore. I was in Whitemore in year 2000, but I wasn't on the unit. But I think Charlie's going onto the unit. That's just what I've heard, so don't take that for 100%. But yeah, speaking to his team recently, you know, and also we write to each other quite a lot. I mean, I've got a whole collection here in my book of letters, what Charlie's written to me, and postcodes and bits like that. I've also got a few bits to show you. When I was in jail, I couldn't read and write. So, you know, I had to start from scratch, and I actually got sitting guilds. Look at this. (2010), look, done the Alpha course, born again Christian. Certificate of Achievement as a peer mentor. As many of you know, I'm mentoring people with addictions. There's more sitting guilds. More sitting guilds. I'm going to put the camera over there for a minute because my address is, I've got quite a few important details in here. Here's an OCR. You won't want to see all that, my previous convictions, let me tell you. Well, what I could do, if I cover this is the bottom half of it. First conviction, 1979, eh? Gildan, blimey. Alright, here's a few letters from Charlie. You can stop and pause that, but I can't keep it on there for too long. That's another letter. I've got to do. Sorry, I've got to move the phone quickly because my address is This is his postcards. Yeah. I like the way he put that, Joey. Box it smart. So yeah, there's quite a lot of stuff with me and Charlie. We write to each other regularly. So guys, if any of you want to donate to such a good cause of ours, I've got a GoFundMe page, and if you go onto my profile, it's on my profile on Facebook. If you haven't got Facebook, then you can drop me a PM in the comments underneath, and we can sort something out that way. But I mean, you know, everything we buy, we buy out of our own pockets. So basically, last year, no, this year, sorry, I think it was in June or July, Charlie Bronson, Salvador, kindly donated 3 of his original drawings, which are done by pencil and crayon, and donated them to our charity. And I got permission from Rod Harrison if I could sell these paintings, and every bit of that money from the drawings from Charlie would go towards our charity. He said yes. I put these drawings online, I sold them, and every single penny went to what we're doing in this soup run, Joe and Sam's soup run. We went to Asda's, and I bought 40 sleeping bags with the money from them drawings, and also flasks, other bits and pieces. So other people have donated to our organisation, and we've bought blankets, soups, tea, coffee, every you know. What I'd like to do now is I'd like to really buy a few jackets, like heavy jackets, because you know it's getting really cold out, and even a few tents, to give a few tents to the homeless, because a lot of them are sleeping in doorways. We'll be travelling to Bognor Regis this coming Friday, and I'll be filming that, guys. But anyway, I'm going to leave this video here for you, because I've just realised it's gone into 17 minutes. Take care whatever you're doing. If you want to send some money to our charity, please drop me a PM and we can get this sorted out. Be lucky, stay safe, peace.